Let's go, let's go, let's go. You already know what it is. You rock with JP the DJ, Hazel, and Ramos on the Juice 95.1 FM.
Rhode Island, listen, we got someone special with us. JP, no further, come on, man. Let us know who we got with us today, man, for the listeners.
Let's go, let's go. We got Ace Entertainment in the building. For those of you tuning in from Rhode Island or Boston, I'm pretty sure you heard of Ace's name before. If you haven't, you're just not in the loop, or you just simply don't go out. You know what I'm saying? But, yo, Ace, man, give a little introduction for yourself and let the people know exactly what it is that you do.
Let's go.
My name is Ace Entertainment, also signed under World Star now. I've been doing this for about 15 years, from Boston to Rhode Island. Came to Rhode Island when I was 21 to do the clubs out here. Started at Roxy Providence and built myself up to what I am today.
Okay, you guys heard that. If you was going out, you know what I'm saying? If you're like, probably like 30 plus, you know what I'm saying? You definitely heard about Roxy. You know what I'm saying? If you was going out back then, you would have heard about Roxy. So Ace, you started up all the way from Roxy. How'd you get into that? Like into promoting, into just the clubs in general? What made you want to do that?
Well, I used to do reggaeton back in the day. I seen people doing events, doing local talent shows and stuff like that. I seen promoters, they were really the ones eating and stuff like that. And then I remember one time I went to a concert, a Sign of Lennox concert, and I was sitting in line, literally waiting for hours, and I'm just saying, man, people skip the line. Like damn, I want to be that person. I want to be backstage. I want to feel like that. I want to feel important.
Right.
And that was a mission, and now we're here.
Exactly. That's what's up. So going forward from when you started like promoting at Roxy, what was the next thing you did after that? Did you start throwing your own events right away, or did you was you under someone?
I was working with a couple of people in the nightlife in Rhode Island, and only way to build yourself out here is associating yourself with certain people and stuff like that. And that's what I did. And then COVID happened.
Yeah. And
I took over Pawtucket Club, Vibe Lounge.
Yep, I remember them days. Vibe Lounge was lit.
I had Drip Fridays. I was sold out for a year straight. Every Friday sold out both rooms. And they just took over after that. I had patio on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Take off Thursdays. Why not Wednesdays? Sold out too, and it just took off.
Okay, that's what's up. So you're originally from Boston, correct?
Yeah, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts originally.
Okay, smooth. Do you feel like now you're working in Rhode Island, do you feel like the market is better here in Rhode Island or in Boston?
So there's a big difference. It's pretty much money wise.
Okay.
In Boston, a bottle goes for about $600, $700 one bottle, and that's not even including the chases, gratuity, tax, anything. So you're looking at almost $1,000. You come to Rhode Island, $600, you get a whole show.
A whole bunch of bottles.
A whole bunch of bottles. Not only that, your bottle girl don't look like a little college girl. Another thing, and they got hookah. That's the biggest thing. Hookah. That's taking all over the club scene.
Yeah. Actually, going back to how you were saying about Vibe and during COVID, Pawtucket was the only city in Rhode Island that had hookah. So everybody was going to Pawtucket, and then you got Pawtucket right next to Mass. So all the Mass people was coming to Pawtucket, or the Prop people was coming to Pawtucket, and Pawtucket just got crazy. So my take on that is a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, say COVID was like the worst thing. I feel like it was the best thing for a lot of people because it forced people to do different things to make money and really find themselves. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So, now going to the World Star thing, right? Because I really want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I got a question for that too.
Yeah. So for those of you that are tuned in, we're here with Ace Entertainment, and he's what's your title? The coordinator for
Assistant Director for World Star.
Assistant Director for World Star. Now, if you don't know what World Star is, like again, you're just not in the loop, man. You're just not in the loop if you don't know what World Star is.
You ain't never heard World Star.
Exactly,
then you living under a rock for real.
So, Assistant Director for Boston and Rhode Island World Star. So, how did that come about? Talk to us about that.
So, the main director is JR from New York.
Big shout outs to JR too. Cool people.
I met JR when French Montana came to Boston. Associated with a lot of the Coke boys. I've known French for over 15 plus years. He happened to be there. The way that I knew JR was he was a comedian skit. He was doing that Dominican funny skit left and right. I gave him his flowers. And he was telling me, he's like, yo, I'm one of the directors for World Star now and High 97 and stuff like that. I said, that's what's up, you know. We'll link up soon and talk some business. The opportunity presented itself. Frank was doing a show at the Dunkin' Donuts Center with Bossman D-Lo, Glorilla 41. And it just happened online. Yo, you think you able to get me access? Made one phone call. Boom, he was in there. And then we just kept chopping it up. He's like, yo, I'm about to start doing this mic drops for High 97 World Star. I want you to be a part of it. And he's like, yo, if you give me an artist, we'll see what it is, but you got to bring me a hot artist. Brought him a hot artist from Boston, King Ace. He went up there, killed it, literally, and it just presented itself. It was just all about connecting the dots. At the end of the day, you don't really have to be somebody to make it happen for yourself. You can also be a person that just connects the dots for everybody, and that goes a long way also. But some people always want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. I want to be the connected dots where I help people out. And if something aligns for my opportunity, then I'm gonna do it. And that's how the World Star thing presented itself to me.
That's what's up. Yeah, I'm big on that. Like, if anybody asks me for anything, I do the same thing. Look, I'm gonna help you out without asking for nothing in return. I don't want anything in return. But if you could, you know what I'm saying? Then do your big one and help me out too. You know what I'm saying? But I always help people out because, for one, you never know who somebody gonna be in the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? They could be the biggest thing, and you look like a dummy for not helping that person get to the next level. I want to be the person that at least helped or got you to a certain step.
Did what you
know
could, not what you couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Hazel, you had a question for Ace?
I do. I'm a huge fan of like raw, uncut, unedited, and unfiltered content, you know, and that's clearly exactly what World Star is about. How do you guys determine what makes the cut to be on World Star?
So pretty much the way it goes is that we got to look at quality. We don't care about the quantity. We care about quality work. We care about the artists really putting out music for real, that they're very dedicated. They're doing this as a full-time job, not as a part-time job. At the end of the day, if you want to make it in the industry, you got to make it a full-time job. There was a rapper that said, yo, I invested $1 million in my career, and it took me almost 15 years to get my first $1 million check. So no matter how long it takes, you got to keep striving. But at the end of the day, the way that this music is changing so fast, we get in different genres pretty much in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
I respect it.
I like the part that you said about the dude that was like, oh, it took him 15 years to make his first $1 million check.
And he already invested in them.
Yeah, exactly. Because I see a lot of people be like, yo, overnight success. And people be like, yo, it took me 10, 15 years to get this. It might be an overnight success to you. But
the thing about overnight success is you got to pay for that big producer. You got to pay for that big beat.
Yeah. That's
the only way it's going to happen. I mean, if you don't got the fundamentals or the money to do it, that check's not going to hit.
Exactly.
I got a question for you, right?
What's up?
What's more important in this business? Relationships, social media, or the money?
Relationships.
100%.
Relationships go such a long way. If you're a very humble person and you got a good head on your shoulders and you're very clear thought with everything that you do in this industry, you'll be in rooms that you could only heard of here. Oh, that's a myth. I've never heard about that. Like, I mean, you walk around with a big head, bro, them doors close.
Quick.
Immediately.
Like
Yeah,
Quick.
a lot of people in the industry can see right through that, right through the fakeness, because they're around a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So they can determine quick if you're really about that or you're really not. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. So if somebody wanted to be on the World Star, right? You run into Boston and RI segment of World Star. What could somebody do to get on there? And like, how would they contact you? Whether it be through email, Instagram.
So the way that we've been doing it is that y'all could directly contact me on Instagram, Ace Entertainment 617. Shoot me a DM. You know, I'm just gonna ask y'all a couple questions. Like, you know, people have managers. I ask who's an artist. I look at their profile, see how dedicated they are to this. If you're hitting me up and you have no pictures or you have one song and it's an industry beat, I can't put you on there.
Yeah.
It has to be something original. I don't want to hear an industry beat. We want to hear what you have to provide. We want to hear originality. We don't want nothing that's already on the stations or stuff like that. yeah, you probably made a dope track with it, but we want to hear how original you are. That's what people want to see.
Yep. And
it's a platform that's gonna sustain. You know, you don't want that one hit. So I respect it.
Yeah,
I respect it.
It goes back to what you were saying about quality over quantity, because you know at the end of the day, that's what really matters. Because you know you guys are doing the work, you know, recording all the scenes, you know, paying for the place to do the recording and editing it, and then you guys already have the platform. So when you post one video, you might get like 300, 400,000 views, and that one video might be more views than all the things you put out probably in the last few years. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who you are, you know what I mean?
Listen, the way that I look at it, you gotta go upon it with an open mind. You don't know who's watching. I've been on all different types of platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Clubhouse, all type of streaming platforms. You never know who's in that room. You never know who's really tuning into that page. You don't know who they're being followed by, none of that. I've seen artists literally get signed. I've seen artists get publishing deals. I've seen artists get that big feature from an artist, or, yo, listen, we want you to come work at our studio and we're going to produce a song for you to really get on. You don't know what can happen. A lot of people don't like taking risks, but the risk is what's going to pay in the long run if you know what you're doing.
Exactly. You always got to take risks in this business. Ramos, I know you know a lot about risks, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I do, man. All I do is, you know, as an entrepreneur, you get paid last, you know. So you got to put all of the sweat equity, you got to put the finance, the capital. And if you believe in something, you can be around 10 people that's telling you it's not going to work, and you still going to be the lone wolf, really just dedicated and putting them hours and putting that work because you believe in something. So, you know, WorldStar is a platform that believes in them people. So anyone that's in the state that's listening, you know, this is the time to tap in, and this is the time to, you know, tap in and get this information and make sure you reach out, because if you don't reach out, you know, it's just wasted opportunity. So one thing that I do admire and I like that we spoke about was the promoting. Like, what separates a promoter that just throws up a flyer compared to a successful promoter? Because I cut a lot of people. I'm a barber, and there's guys that say they're promoters, and all I see is a post. Like, what is the difference between someone that just posts a flyer compared to someone that's really a promoter that's successful?
Their worth ethic. You got to look at their worth ethic. Are they really doing it because they love what they're doing for the people, or are they just collecting a bag? That's really the difference. Like me, myself, I try to make sure that everybody's well taken care of. It doesn't matter if it's a DJ. It don't matter if it's a door girl. It don't matter if it's the person working in the bathroom handing you a napkin. You got to be respectful to everybody. It doesn't matter who it is.
I love that. That's exactly. Y'all remember
Treat
when
the janitor with the same respect as the CO.
You remember when Drewski did the skit about the club promoter? When Drewski did a skit, and he was acting like that was a good club promoter. He's like, yo, girls, I'm gonna get y'all later. Like he was in the club, he seen the artist, he walked, like he did he made everyone feel like they were someone. And that, I think, as like someone, shout out to Go DJ, the plug, shout out to, there's a plethora of people out here in Rhode Island, but when I see them when I'm out, I feel like I'm somebody. And that is what a club promoter, I think, is supposed to do, make you feel, even if you're the guy that got to wait at the end and you don't got the VIP bottle and you don't got all the girls in your section and you're just hitting on someone else's hookah and the promoter see you and he's showing you love, that's what's going to carry on to the bag of someone. Matter of fact, let me invest that money. Because it's like I'm going to be with my people. And it's like that in any business, I feel like, when you feel like you know the owner or you know someone that's associated with this. So what you just said, you just nailed it. Like that's a good promoter.
Got to make everybody feel like they're the star. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many stars are actually in the building.
Facts.
You a star too. You know what I'm saying? Make everybody feel
Everybody
good.
Plays their part.
Exactly. You got to make them want to come back.
It's an assembly.
Hey, I'm gonna go with Ace is promoting that tonight because you know what I'm saying.
Ace shows love.
He gonna make me feel good.
That's my people. That's what they say. That's my people.
I was actually just talking about this with Hazel. Like a lot of people be like, "Yo, why do you go to the same spots? Why do you go here? Why do you go here?" Because they show me love when I go there. You know what I'm saying?
Celebrated,
if I need a table,
tolerated.
they're gonna give me a table if I need it. Exactly. Say that again, Ramos. For people
celebrated, not tolerated.
Yep.
Exactly. There's some spots where we go. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been there. You know, if I know the owner, cool. If I don't know nobody, they gonna treat me like I don't know.
I could give you another perfect example. Like, I deal with NBA players and NFL players that play for the Patriots and play for the Celtics, and they'll literally hit me up and be like, yo, bro, I need a section over here. I need a VIP. I need to know about this event. And for me, it's just a quick text and get all the information. And they would rather go through me because I'm very direct. Mm-hmm. One thing about this is, and anybody that knows, if I could do it, I could do it. If I can't, I'm going to tell you I can't. I'm not going to hit you with the...
No run around.
Yeah, I got you, no. And then later on, it doesn't happen.
You're at the door. You're at the door with your people. And they're like, yeah, can't. But they got you here. That was their promoting idea.
That goes a long way too, being honest with people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'd rather tell you, like, I can't, than tell you, yeah, I can, sell you a dream, and then you get there, and now you upset with me.
That's
you know
a big one. That right there should be highlighted, because there's plenty of times that I was told, yo, I got you. And now I'm at the door, flushed, fuming, bro.
Looking
because
crazy.
Now I look, to me, you know, I don't think perception's everything, but I think perception's everything, if that means any sense. So you got me out here looking stupid. You got me out here looking crazy. Yeah, I skipped the whole line thinking so-and-so got me. And then you pull up and you got this dude telling you, nah, man, I don't know what he talking about. Yeah. And now I look crazy. I rather, no way.
You might be with a new girl, you know what I'm saying? You might be with a group of people out of town or anything.
You might be with Ace trying to show him. You might be trying to show your people some love and show them like you got motion. And when that door shuts, oof. And you know what's crazy? That brings me to LA, and this is why me and JP, and especially JP, started just going to LA way more. You know, being celebrated, not tolerated. You know, where you're from, sometimes when they see you at the Walmart, Walgreens, at the grocery store, that the value depreciates because they see you everywhere. If they see you at the corner store or at the mall, you go to LA and you're just a whole new face, bro. The amount of people we networked with in the short amount of time, bro. So many doors opened up just because how we move, and we move with confidence. We move to the front like, hey, what's up? Like, and sure enough, promoter. You meet the right promoter. Now you meet another one. Now they're like, bro, Bottles, y'all from the East Coast? You good? And so on. So promoting, man, that's legendary.
I remember one time, like, we was going, there was a big line. It was like, yo, JP, but he saw me from the last time I came out. He let all of us cut, you know what I'm saying? Boom, we go in. I was about to buy a bottle. We was all about to buy a bottle. And then he was like, bro, we got 10 bottles coming. He's like, don't even worry about it. You good. He's like, yo, anytime you come out here, tap in with me. He said, that's all I ask. And I was like,
that right there carries on for life. If we become millionaires, trillionaires, that's going to be our go-to guy no matter what.
And that goes back to what Ace was saying about, you know, taking care of your people, taking care of your clients, you know what I'm saying, and making them feel good. So I actually have a question for you, Ace. So you have mentioned that, you know, you're with a lot of, you know, NBA players and NFL players. How did that start out for you, like, as a, you know what I'm saying, as a promoter, entertainment business? How'd you get them connections?
Clientele.
So, again, there was a time that I was a sub-promoter. So, and I used to see, like, the main promoters always dealing with them. But even though I wasn't really a big promoter like that, I would still introduce myself to them. Yeah, it was good. My name is Ace.
Because you knew you was. You was him.
So when you start meeting people and then you start seeing them consistently, they're like, oh, yeah, you the dude from the club. Oh, what up, man? I mean, and that's pretty much how it came about. And then it's just, you know, I started getting invited to private events. Attending private events, being in them events that people hear about that this really happened in the city. It's stuff like that. And, you know, and you start becoming friends with people, they really start seeing you for who you are. And, you know, they'll test you like, yo, can you do this? Can you do that? Yo, we're going to go to this club. You got the connects for that? And that's how everything started developing.
That's dope, man. So with all the connections that you have right now, like, available to you, what's your plan for the next year? I'm not going to say 5 years, because everybody, you know what I mean? But what's the plan from right now to the next year? So, like, going into 2027.
So we already made an announcement. Coming next month, we about to open up the World Star Studio in Massachusetts. And it's just an announcement that to go, like, high on social media. When I mean my DMs and my request box, and it's flooded, people asking like, yo, you don't got to go to New York for this. You're here now. It's a big thing, but honestly, I just want to do bigger events. You know, I'm also working with the 9 a.m. Banger people. We're doing that event 9 in the morning. You know, just keep doing events with them and seeing where things go. But going to like other states like Miami, Atlanta, Cali, doing events all over. Going to Puerto Rico, they've been going there. They want to take over the world. They want to go to Europe. They want to go to China, bring it out there. Seeing all these different cultures, because when you go to different states and different countries and you see that there's clubs that are like literally top of the world in other places that you've never been through, it gives you ideas to bring back to what you could do in your own city.
I love that you just said that, because me and Ramos, you know, we've been traveling a lot the last 2 years, and I remember when we went to Cape Verde, Portugal, and then we went to Bali and Hong Kong, I came back with a different mindset. Like, I was like, yo, I want to do this. I want to do this differently. You know what I'm saying? I want to DJ a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really changed. Like, it changed my DJ set. It just changed my whole mindset, everything. And even when I opened up my studio, I had a certain setup. This is way back, just during COVID too. I had my studio. I go to a New York studio. I'm like, yo, this is nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I go back, I changed my whole setup just because I seen that and I seen it in person and I was working on it. So being in other places, different environments definitely does change your mindset and your view on certain things. And like you said, you can always bring it back to your home state. Like, how can I implement this back home and, you know, help the people that I know? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel that.
So I'm a little bit more old school with the World Star. So I remember World Star from like content days, crashing out days, that type of vibe of World Star. So have you ever been in that lane, or are you just strictly music?
Nah, I'm strictly music. The thing is, that lane has changed so much. It's not no crash outs nowadays.
Yeah.
So the gunfights. Nobody, everything gets
Right.
blurred out now. You can't have that type of stuff on the internet. You know, it's it has to do a lot with the licensing and stuff like that. So now more it has to be about the culture, about positivity and stuff like that. Nobody want to see negativity on the internet no more.
Yeah, that was my question. My next question was like, how do you guys filter out people being, you know, raw, uncut, unedited on, you know, their musical talents without, you know, putting them in a box or trying to filter them out, but also stay in the lane of corporate and professionalism?
So we understand that music has different type of wordings with people. You know, they talk about drugs, gangs, and stuff like that. Doesn't really matter, but you know, we just try to be positive about everything that we do. You know, if it's something that can be put on, we're gonna tell you it can be put on. You know, but other than that, it's like really open.
Yeah. Have you ever had like a situation where like you had to like turn someone down in that area because it was like, you know, so you guys are pretty open and stuff like that, you know, come as you are type of vibe?
Yeah.
Okay.
We want you to be
your authentic self. Yeah. Okay.
One entrepreneur to the next. What is the proper amount of sleep you think you need? Because everything I just heard about this man, I'm like, does he get more sleep than me, or do I get more sleep? So what is the proper amount of sleep that? Because I'm someone that used to hustle back in the day, so I used to take cat naps. I used to just go to sleep real quick. For those listening, cat naps is quick little 30 minutes, and then you back on the grind. Like, I'm like that still. Like, I'll go to sleep real quick right now, and I'm back to it. But my question to you is, like, what do you think is the proper amount of sleep for someone in your lifestyle?
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you, get rest. Like, rest your body, because I already had an experience where I blacked out completely and woke up in the hospital. You know, you really want to take care of yourself, especially when you're in this type of industry. Try to get as much rest as possible. It doesn't matter if you're getting driven. It doesn't matter if it's you on a plane sleeping for a couple hours or on a bus. Try to get some rest, because if you don't take care of yourself, your body's gonna feel it. You feel me? Yesterday, I did literally a whole 24 hours, and I went out the night before yesterday. So I only slept 1 hour. Had to be at the Strand at 7. Ran the whole show till 3 o'clock. I live about 30, 40 minutes away. Drove to the crib, put my other business in the other vehicle, my hookah business, went to go do a whole party in Brockton, drove back to my house, got dressed, all of that, and headed to the club to work. So imagine that. I ain't get home till 3:30, 4 o'clock. Pulling into my house, I was literally falling asleep. You got to get that rest.
Amen.
I be telling these boys all the time. I'm like, you need to rest your body before your body does it for you. And then it's just going to set you back even more than just resting.
Especially if you end up in a hospital, you're going to be there for a couple of days and then you're going to be like, damn, I'm missing out money.
Let's talk a little bit about that. How, like, where was you? Like, what was the setting you was in? What happened? And what did they say was it?
So pretty much when I used to do sub-promoting, I used to do sub-promoting from Monday to Sunday. I was on go every club in Lawrence, Boston, Lynn, all those areas. And then one day I just got home and I turned on the lights walking through the door and I just passed out. Didn't know how.
You had people there to...
My father heard it. I don't even know how he picked me up and put me in the car and take me to the hospital.
Amen.
But again, you really got to take care of yourself because it could drain you for real. It really can. Like when you do this nightlife stuff, you know, you don't sleep, you eat wrong, you constantly drinking, smoking, all hours of the day. The good thing about me is that I learned like even if I have a job, a 9 to 5, I still made it to work the next day regardless, no matter how I felt. Because I had to take care of priorities. If I ain't take care of priorities, then I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
I respect that a lot. I respect that a lot.
You know what's gonna like just catapult all this is like as we say and talk, I'm like, it's like a self-reflection moment. I feel like I'm echoing. Am I echoing? No,
you
all right. So it's like a self-reflection moment because I literally just got a trainer. I'm like, I'm smart enough to know this ain't right. Like, I don't feel comfortable being home at night because I feel like I'm missing an opportunity because why am I supposed to be going to sleep? Especially I travel so much, so I know different time zones. I might be still jet lagged from a month ago. So I just be like, I can't sit here. And then when you're home is the place you just go to sleep, the creativity is out of it. So when it's editing a video or something, like I just be out. Like I just always feel like I gotta be out because so many times it led me to being out and meeting someone that transitioned into an opportunity that did something amazing, whether financial or just a great person I met. So I say that to say this, you know, that's why I took the extra steps. And now, like all my friends know, like I got we have 30 plus, 40 plus barbers. They're all trying to eat clean. They're like, I'm such a leader that it's like the people that are around me, they see, nah, I'm not eating that. Like, I'm not eating that. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. Cause I know like I gotta work better on just eating, but also sleep. But I hate sleeping, bro. I don't like sleeping. I love this. I love what we do. I love linking with JP. I love linking with Hazel. I love traveling. Like, I think like sleep is just so like, ugh. Until my body, like the other day, I got a picture on my phone. I'll show you guys off air that my girl's like, look at, we took pictures of you when you were sleeping. And you know what I was? I was on this laptop, leaned over, still trying to like just sleeping, but on the laptop. Trying to edit a video before I go to bed.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta give that mental break, bro. Yeah. It takes a lot on you.
Now, mental health is everything, man. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough because some people like myself, and you have kids?
No, I don't got kids.
See, the one thing about the difference between me and you is I have kids. So as much as I work crazy hours and I do this, I still got the back end where now I feel like I'm taking away from them. So it's a seesaw moment.
But I'm gonna tell you something, right? We come from a Hispanic household. We see our parents do it back in the day, doing consistent, working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, right? We're not robots. Mm-hmm. There's only 24 hours in a day. I understand we have a plate in our hand and we have 1 trillion things on that plate and we want to finish those 1 trillion things because we know the next day we're going to need another 1 trillion. But sadly, we're not robots. We're not going to get through that. There's 24 hours in a day. There's only so much that we could do. So regardless, there's tomorrow. There's the following day after that. There's a week later, a month, a year later. It's gonna get done regardless. It's just how you plan and go upon it. If you start kicking yourself so much for it, you're gonna set that mindset for yourself like, I need to get it done today, and that's always gonna be your mindset. And when you don't feel accomplished, you're gonna kick yourself in the behind and be like, damn, I didn't do it. Yep. And you shouldn't feel like that.
I like that. You already know what it is. It's JP the DJ, Hazel, and Ramos on the Juice 95.1 FM. It's the Sunday Heat every single Sunday, 8 to 10 p.m. We got Ace Entertainment in a building with us for those that are just tuning in. So Ace is the assistant director for World Star. He's the point of contact for 9 a.m. Banger. Before we get up out of here and end this interview, man, where can they find you? Instagram, Facebook?
Mainly Instagram. Y'all can look me up. Ace Entertainment, ACE Entertainment, separately, 617. Y'all can hit me up on Instagram, ask you whatever you want. We're here for you.
Hey, this is a great asset. This is a great person to talk to, especially if you're in the music industry. If you want to go out and club, you know what I'm saying? If you want to party, you know what I mean? Yo, hit up Ace and he will take care of you. He takes very good care
well known.
Yes, of his clients, man. And just so... if there's any artists out there listening, if you do want to go out on World Star, you do hit him up. Ace, can you tell them what they should do in order to be prepared when they do hit you up?
Just look at your page and ask yourself, is this really worth me hitting up this man and taking up his time to get on this platform? Is it really worth me taking time to find out this information? You can still ask the information regardless. But I'm going to tell you straight up, listen, all right, we could do something, or I need you to work and really put up stuff on your social media. Again, we're not just going to go off, you got no pictures, no videos, you got one song on YouTube with 10 views, that's not going to do nothing at all. For us to be like, yeah, you coming on the platform. No.
Facts. You got to believe in yourself and do the work and show the work too. Don't just... do the work off camera. You got to do it on camera these days. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be on camera, you got to be on camera. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But all right, man, that wraps it up for the interview with Ace Entertainment. You can follow him on IG everywhere. Make sure you follow the Sunday Heat on IG. The Sunday Heat. Very plain and simple. You can follow me, JP the DJ, on Instagram at JPJB the DJ. Ramos and Hazel, what's your IGs?
Ramos Worldwide on all platforms.
Yours truly worldwide on all.
All right, let's go.